All right. Do you remember the moment the Niners drafted Trey Lance in April of 2021?
I remember it very vividly. And shout out to Darren because I text. He must have had this saved in his draft.
Waiting.
And he has been waiting for this moment. You know, he strikes in silence sometimes.
Right.
What's the word? What's the phrasing?
I don't know.
I'm like the G in lasagna. I'm silent. I strike in silence or something along those lines.
I don't know if the G in lasagna strikes in silence, but okay.
I'm like, I don't know. Whatever. It's I forget what the terminology is for that is. But anyway, Darren had this saved for, I'm sure, a while now.
Probably
and the
2 years.
Second that Trey Lance announced got traded, boom, I look at my Twitter feed, and there I am. The tweet from 3 years ago. Oh, my God, they took Trey Lance instead of Mac Jones. I am the biggest idiot on the planet.
Let's take a listen.
Please don't be Mac Jones. Please don't be Mac Jones. Please don't be Mac Jones.
With the third pick in the 2021 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Trey Lance.
Let's go! Oh, my God! It's not Mac Jones! It's not Mac Jones! Let's go!
You are such an idiot.
I'm cringing
See,
so
this
hard.
can serve two purposes because now if Mac Jones amounts to something, we can play it again and be like, you idiot, you should have took Mac Jones.
Well, you can't even compare Mac Jones to Trey Lance 2 years in. One's been a competent NFL starter. The other hasn't played.
Dude, I
was traded for a fourth-round pick.
You know when you do stuff and you're like thinking to yourself, why the hell did I do that?
Dude, you do everything for clicks. That's why you did that.
Well, I also did it because at the time, I think
was there
I'm trying to cover my ass here.
Yeah.
I want to say we talked about it because I was at the time producing with Darren and Marty. And I want to say they were like, hey, film your reaction tonight. I hope they said
that.
Yeah,
Darren. That's what happened, right? I'm texting Darren now. I'm good texting Darren.
Oh, my God. It's not Mac Jones. It's not
Jim
Mac
is
Jones.
claiming that you asked him to film his reaction to the Niners' first-round pick in 2021. Is that accurate?
I bet. Yeah, dude, please be accurate.
He's saying it is on air. He's saying it is on air. I don't believe him. Mac Jones, by the way, in 2 years
destroys Trey Lance.
Has already. He's got a 67% completion percentage in the NFL. 36 touchdowns, 24 picks is high.
He's already made the postseason once.
Yeah, I mean, there's no comparison, obviously. No comparison at all. But that's okay. I mean, that alone isn't the problem. It's just how, like, you were like, this is the greatest moment in the history of the franchise.
I do remember myself not thinking, like, oh, my God, Trey Lance
right,
is going to be
this
amazing.
Not Mac Jones is
it
what
was,
you said.
Yeah, my thing was, like, anybody but Mac Jones. And truthfully, if they went the Justin Field route,
right,
I would have done the same thing. And I don't know how Justin Fields would have performed there.
Right.
Because
he's played a lot, obviously, in Chicago.
But he was also put in a situation where he had to play a lot, and he was allowed to play a lot because the team was not looking to win a Super Bowl.
Correct.
So that's the problem with the Trey Lance thing is, it's going to go down as one of the worst picks in team history. And I think Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch have a lot of egg on their face. But for me, it's like they got lucky that they got Purdy and that their team is this good with Purdy. Because if they didn't get Purdy, then it's even more egregious.
Okay, but fair, but hear me out real quick. And by the way, worst pick in franchise history, ESPN Stats and Info, he played the fewest games ever by a top 5 pick in the history of the NFL.
So worst pick
for the team that drafted him. In the history of the NFL, top 5 pick, 67 on, nobody's played fewer games.
You can't tell me it's worse than Jamarcus Russell.
No, but you get my point. I mean, this isn't just worse in franchise history. This is like top 5 bad.
It's something
stuff.
that you've never seen.
Because at least Jamarcus Russell played.
But he also set a franchise
poorly,
back how many years?
But he played.
A lot of years. But hear me out. The other thing about this whole, at least they got Brock Purdy, and it's a competent franchise, and it is a competent franchise, and they've been very successful the last couple of years. But it goes back to the initial point about the Niners. The whole point of Lance was sealing an upside.
I know.
The whole point was to get someone better than the Garoppolo mold. Maybe that is Purdy. But you're comparing Purdy, and I know you're not, but get my point. Mahomes and others, when you're trying to win the last game of a year.
Yeah.
Is he going to be that quarterback? And if that's the expectation, which I think in San Francisco it is, they're still not anywhere near that level. Obviously, nobody could compare Brock Purdy to Patrick Mahomes or the top 3 or 4 quarterbacks in the NFL.
And this is also a team that passed on Patrick Mahomes. They didn't even scout Patrick
as
Mahomes,
others did.
You know, and that is that's also considered malpractice. But
no doubt,
the thing with the Niners is, and a lot of people don't like Kyle Shanahan. And my retort to that is, well, who would you rather have that's better?
Okay, Darren, I have an update.
Oh boy.
Okay. Darren says it's accurate. He was very happy to comply and rejoice at future Hall of Famer Trey Lance.
I'm vindicated. Yes.
Wait, what is this? Okay, so Friday, March 26th is Ben Fletcher. Friday, March 26th, I sent Trey Lance's highlight reel to @JimRussellSD with the caption, "Pants tightening."
Where are you, Fletch? Huh? Where are you at?
Wow.
So this is like,
there's a lot to get into here.
Wow. So I'm vindicated. Number one, I did not just film this reaction on my own because I wanted clicks.
You're vindicated.
I filmed this stupid reaction because we talked about it on Darren's show, and they wanted me to film it because all we talked about was Mac Jones and Trey Lance leading up to that draft. I think
I do remember that.
It was like the biggest thing with me was, Trey Lance or Mac Jones, or at least Mac Jones or somebody else.
Wow.